Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. In my last video I unboxed the 8-bit do SN30 Pro controller for the Nintendo Switch. So we're going to put it through its paces while playing some Skyrim. Now it works just like a regular Nintendo Switch Pro controller or the Joy-Cons. The only thing that it does not have is the HD Rumble or the Amiibo NFC reader. But if that doesn't matter to you, then this controller here is definitely a good third-party controller. And if you're looking for something that's a little more on the cheaper side than the Pro controller, I really do recommend these controllers. I mean, you can get this one or you can get the NES 30 Pro controller. I did a playthrough and unboxing of it with Legend of Zelda a few months back, and to this day I still use it. I switch between it on my Switch, on my Super NES Classic, and even on my laptop when I'm doing gameplay videos on there. But now if you do get one, I do recommend doing the firmware update, because if you don't, the rumble will sound super loud. So they had to do a firmware update to calm that down a bit. But if you like loud rumble, then you don't have to worry about the update. But it does have everything. It has the motion control. It has L1, R1, L2, R2. It has the L3 and R3. It has everything you want in a modern controller. And like I showed in my unboxing, it actually has USB-C. But now I'm going to show you a couple features here. It does have this button here and this button here. Now what they do is they serve as your capture button and your home button. But now when you're playing games that require you to actually need to press that plus button or that select button, it is real nice to have actual buttons instead of having to dig around and look for that plus or minus button when you really need to push it. Yeah, as you can see, it's got great feedback. There's no lag in the button presses. It's really good. Like I said though, if you're looking for a good alternative to the Pro controller, I recommend you pick one of these up. It's really good. I mean, especially if you want something that looks and feels just like the Super NES controller, it is definitely something you want to pick up. And the button presses are really quiet, unless you just go to mashing on them. It's just a great controller. Now, I'm not saying it's going to replace my Pro controller, but it is definitely already one of my favorite controllers. Just roaming around Whiterun. See, that's how it works with a game like Skyrim. And you're probably wondering, how does it work with maybe something a little more older? Well, let's see how it works with the Mega Man X Legacy Collection 2. And I'm not going to try to impress anybody. We're going to play on some rookie mode here. Sorry for just speeding through that. We're not here for the storyline. You know, for a game for a good platformer, it's really good. No lag. The only problem I am having is just from where I'm watching it through the viewfinder of my phone. But other than that, it plays just like as if you were using a standard Super Nintendo controller or Pro controller. Now, some of you are probably old school Mega Man X players who like to use this button here for your dash. And if you remember, back in the day we used to hold it like this here to do our jumps. Gives you that old school feeling. It's perfect. So I know a lot of us used to have to remap it to the R button to make it a little easier. But with this right here, it gives it a lot more that classic feeling. I mean, the buttons are just perfectly spaced. And when I first saw it, I thought maybe this was going to get in the way. But when you play, it's like it's not even there. But yeah, that's pretty much it for gameplay. like I said, but it's got those extra buttons. It's got a sync button there if you use the retro receiver. USB-C on the back. You can give you a little quick guide of what to plug it up to, or your button controls to put it in switch mode, stuff like that. Got those extra clicky buttons right there. It is literally a very good controller. So if you're on the market for a new, or maybe something to tide you over till you get a pro controller, or just looking for a new secondary controller to go along with your Switch, I highly recommend this one right here. It's a very, very good controller. So I'm gonna leave you guys with that right there. I'm gonna turn this off. I'm gonna get back to gaming, and I'm gonna use that controller some more. So I'll catch you guys in the next video.